In my opinion, that sucked. What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs?
So I really love this video because when he starts screaming playoffs, he just wants to win a game. When I hear that, I think about training, and then you know, you have sales managers go, training. I just want to sell a freaking car. That's what you hear all the time, and you know, they don't think about what the actual issue is versus and how to fix it, because some of these guys, let's be honest, they're not trainers. And so it becomes all kinds of different issues when you have that. And so the biggest thing is that when you're looking at training, a lot of people like to blame other people for their issues, and instead of like looking at it and thinking that we have an issue, that training is an issue, we think that we can just do it as managers, like, well, we can just do it. Well, the problem with that is a lot of managers, we get busy with all kinds of different things. It could be meetings about future meetings. It could be just daily crap that we get kind of bogged down with. And so training, in a lot of sense, comes, it's the last thing on our mind, even though it should be the first thing on our mind. And so when we're looking at training, when we have like a Cardone or a Verde or whoever that you have in your store, or if you don't even have anybody in your store, and you're using a platform, the first thing we go is that, well, the platform's broken. Okay, well, because they're not using it, the platform's broken. Well, no, you have lack of managers wanting to manage the fact that people have to train. You know, I've seen Cardone work. I've seen Verde work. I've seen a lot of different training platforms work, but it's because it's been adopted by the managers, and they're doing the training also, and they're making sure their people do the training. So many times we talk about training and it happens one or two times, and then that's it. And that's not training. That's not daily training. That's, of course not. It's not daily training, because it happens like once a week when we feel like it, when we're not even planning to do it, and we haven't even planned like an agenda or anything. We just do some stupid training that was on our mind, and then we wonder why our sales staff don't get it, or our BDC staff don't get it, because you're not constantly training. And so no matter what you're doing, when it comes to training, there has to be a level of commitment from the management staff to make sure that it's going to happen. And it's got to be a daily thing, not just something that we think about. And I think a lot of managers, because they were salesmen, because they had managers who did this, they get in this mode of, well, I guess I'll do it. And it's just like with any type of OEM training that we have to do, it becomes I have to do this, instead of I get to learn a little bit more about the F-150 or the Silverado or the Malibu or whatever the car is, doesn't matter. You look at it as a have to versus something that you need to grow into this business. And so my thing is that you have to develop a plan. That's the way that any type of thing, if you look at any type of success for anything, develop a plan and stick to it. Don't vary from it. Yes, there's some times where you have to go, well, that wasn't a very good idea, and you have to go a different route. But when you're talking about training, it's time to just go, okay, all right, we realize that we need training. We realize our sales staff, our BDC staff, everybody needs training. So we have the software that we spend X amount of dollars for that we're not utilizing. Let's look into it and let's actually utilize it. Develop a plan where everybody's on the same page, instead of this guy's doing this training, this guy's doing this training, this guy's doing this training. No, everyone needs to be on the same page. So when we do a daily type of training activity. When we're doing a 15-minute powwow in the morning, we can talk about those training videos or whatever we're doing, and we can look at that, we can talk about it, we can role play, so then we can get better and better and better as the time goes on. That's how training works. It's not something that you sign up for a video platform for training, they watch videos and magically they're better. Like you've lost the whole concept of training if you think that it's a set it and forget it. This is something that has to happen from management to the sales staff to the BDC to the service riders to the whatever business you're in. That's how training works. Thank you so much for watching.
But you beat me right there to say it. That was looking in trouble.
In trouble with who?
Just the industry, some people.
Well, you're trying to, right?
Oh yeah.